Thanks, Nikhil, for clearing up my ignorance.
Okay, and now we would like to welcome Mayar Zamzam to the stage to talk to us about something that's really important to many of our IA family, as well as relating to current events. Please welcome Mayar to the stage.
I remember one day in 2014, I was walking next to my mom into KUBE when a random man came up to us and just stared at us for 5 seconds. Then he quietly said the word terrorist. Until today, I can still remember his face intently staring at my mom and I. 20 years ago, Islam was just another peaceful religion with peaceful followers that thrived and coexisted amongst many other religions. Today, Islam is still that same peaceful religion with the same peaceful followers, but the only thing that has changed is the perspective of the people surrounding Islam. Now many people have a fear that we are not the same religion that we used to be, and that we follow such horrid rules and corrupt beliefs as are perceived through the media and terrorist groups such as ISIS and the Taliban. From the perspective of a Muslim, these false views are hurting us as much as they are hurting you. We are the ones living in fear, as women can no longer feel safe leaving their house with their hijab. It has been harder than ever for any Muslim to confidently go somewhere, as simple as a supermarket, without feeling judged by people around them. I'm not asking you to agree with my beliefs. All I ask is for everyone to respect each other and always have a goal of coexisting. Here we have a graph that demonstrates the different groups of people and their view of Islam. For example, you can see it starts off with age groups. We have the younger people that are 18 through 29 years old. 40% of them do not favor the religion. What is more alarming is the fact that the 65 years and older age group are at a 70% unfavorability. This difference can be impacted by many factors, but specifically the environment surrounding the people and the education they receive. According to Bashar Muhammad, the Muslim population is constantly increasing in the United States. This means that each generation is interacting more and more with Muslims and learning how real Muslims thrive and carry out their daily lifestyle. While others may think that they fear Islam, in the end, it's a fear of the unknown. Mona Shalabi from The Guardian states that hostility toward Muslims in America exists alongside a lack of familiarity with Muslims. This can be proven by a survey conducted in 2015 by YouGov, proving that Islamophobia comes from a lack of Islamic education. They asked 1,000 US residents about both their opinion and knowledge of Islam. Regarding opinion, 55% said that they don't favor the religion. When they were asked about their knowledge, the majority said that they knew the religion moderately well, even though 74% don't work with Muslims, 68% don't have Muslim friends, and 87% haven't even entered a mosque. This means that all their information about Islam is secondhand and most likely from outside sources that attack Muslims. Now, the survey was asking full-grown adults. If the same survey were to be conducted on students our age, I can assume that these numbers would be dramatically lower due to a greater number of Muslims in our school and in our community, which is why I believe we have a strong ability to make this world a better place for everyone. Islam is not to be labeled by those who kill and call themselves Muslims, and this can be proven from a holy book. The Quran acts as our manual to our way of life. These are sort of our rules of what to do and what not to do. In the Quran, it is clearly prohibited to never kill a soul. But still, some people kill unjustifiably, and all Muslims and the religion are being blamed. Allah, or God, tells us that whoever so kills a soul, it shall be as if he had killed all mankind. Just from this one verse, it is very clear that Islam is against all senseless acts of murder. We believe those who kill do not understand the Quran, let alone live by it. For example, last Ramadan, the holiest Islamic month, there was an ISIS attack on Medina, Saudi Arabia. Considering this is the second holiest place for Muslims, it's mind-boggling to see how these people endanger both humans they claim to be loyal to, along with others who have done nothing but live peacefully. A couple of weeks ago, I was faced with a weird situation. I was with my cousins, and we were in the car on our way to our boxing class. So we were wearing dark athletic clothes, and the whole car was full of hijabis. I was staring out the window as the whole car kept silent. until we approached a stoplight. A man in a small silver car drove up next to us. He turns his head, sees us all in the car, then immediately turns back, does the Christian cross on his chest, and quickly drives away. I looked to my cousins to see him too. We were all laughing about what just happened. We couldn't believe he'd actually done this. But then it got quiet again, and I thought to myself, wow, there are actually people who see Islam as such a threat. Although we should not have to face this type of attitude, I'm thankful that nothing extreme has ever happened to me. There are Muslims around the world who are going through so much more than just snarky comments or looks. Almost 2 years ago today, Ziya Barakat, Yusr Abu Salha, and Razan Abu Salha, 3 Muslims were brutally shot to death in their apartment, a place they considered to be safe near Chapel Hill. They were killed all because they were foolishly thought to be terrorists. We can stop these socially destructive accusations, and here are 4 things you can do, Muslim or not, to help defeat Islamophobia. The most important thing you should do is speak the truth. Do not spread the hatred of the religion, connecting it to bombings, killings, or terrorism. Not only should you refrain from this, but also speak out against Islamophobia. I'm not saying to smack the person and shut them out, but rather tell them that they should review their facts and read excerpts from the Quran with context. Also, many of us can see how negative the media portrays Muslims, so a way of fighting back is to share positive stories through social media. This will help the true positive end of Islam to those who feel indifferent about our religion, along with lessening the hate of others. One last thing you can do is organize an opportunity to advocate for Muslims. This is something you can do anywhere, like a church, a youth group, or even a club. Although I only mentioned 4 ways to abolish Islamophobia, there are so many other things everyone can do to help. And if we all work together and stay united, we can put an end to Islamophobia, sexism, race discrimination, and all types of phenomena that hurt our communities. In Islam, we are taught that even smiling is a good deed. So I end my presentation with gratefulness for your support. Thank you.